Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, we're discussing my thoughts on episode 6 of the anime series, Gabriel DropOut. This episode had me laughing my ever-loving ass off from the opening, and Satani is buying a 44 Magnum through the Hell Shopping Network because Gabrielle completely, defaulted her prank on Gabrielle where she snuck into her school locker these, massaging, flip-flops or something, slippers, and I guess they're supposed to irk her feet if she's walking on them, and she has no reaction whatsoever to wearing them. She's walking around plain as day, but you already get the sense Gabrielle knows probably who was behind this. She's kind of peeved and really irked and just waiting for Satania to reveal herself, which of course Satania does in real time, moments later. What, you don't have a problem wearing those and everything? They look so odd. She's like, so it was you, of course. And so Satania is sulking at home and she buys a 44 Magnum. I just love the ethics of this episode. The demon girl brings a gun to school. Oh, great. It's not like we're already dealing with harsh environments this day and age to begin with. Let's have the devil girl bring a gun to school. Well, at least it wasn't actual ammunition. It was ammunition that makes you laugh for 10 minutes. No holds barred. Uncontrollably. And, of course, there's that exchange where the whole time, anytime Satania is doing anything now, Raphael is right there on her coattails. Wherever Satania is, I too shall be, and all this kind of stuff. And she's just getting off on the whole aspect, the whole affair. Any compliments, whether, tongue-in-cheek, sent Satania's way, whether people are lying or not. Of course, Raphael's just dying in the background when, I think in this case, Vine is complimenting Satania and all this kind of stuff. And then, of course, Gabrielle's like, well, wait a minute, did you test this particular ammunition out? How do you know it doesn't hurt? All this stuff you're promising. And she's like, reluctantly handing over the gun to Gabrielle. Of course, Gabrielle shoots her immediately. And I swear to God, the laughing fits Tanya has just had me dying. I had to pause the episode to catch my breath a little bit to sort of regain my composure because I just started cracking up from that. The laughter was incessant. The teacher comes in and I don't know what happened. I assumed maybe she'd get sent to the principal, but it sounded like he smacked her or something. I don't know. We hear Satania yelp. So then, of course, she follows Gabrielle home, and here we have intervening on the argument that is unfolding and ensuing. Once again is Raphael, the manipulator, the grand manipulator. And she brings up, well, if you got to challenge each other rather than having a duke-it-out fight, let's play some shogi. And I didn't even know what shogi was until watching Three Gatsu no Lion. The first half of that particular show I wasn't really that into. The second half has been that much better, that much more emotional and enticing, but I digress. I'm just thinking, it's convenient, two anime series that has, a reference to shogi. And it's like, why don't you go, Satania, why don't you go, learn from watching that show? At least all the stupid rules and regulations and everything about this game, that they reiterated for several episodes. We don't need any of that because, Gabrielle already knows everything. Raphael already knows everything. And it seems like Raphael's making up rules anyway. Satania reads the, shogi for dummies or whatever, and she is no better for it. She doesn't have any idea. She's making Batman symbols on the board, to try to win. And she wonders why she loses when she uses the king first. The object is to not lose the king. She loses the king as her first move. So it's again, I'm dying laughing. We follow on from this, continuing that, sort of vignette format. Back in school, now they're doing this art class thing where everybody's paired up with, one of their fellow classmates and having to draw them, whatever like that. Gabrielle is drawing Vine and she ends up zooming in on her hair band or hair clip or whatever it is. And then Satani is she's sidled up with the class president, this poor put upon class president that we've seen once before already. And she was having her mind completely warbled by the conversation going on between Vine and Gabrielle about heaven and tests and all this kind of stuff. And I feel so bad for this class president chick. Immediately Satania is like, okay, well, you're gonna have to strike this really awesome fashionable pose, and by the way, lose your clothes. strip in the middle of the classroom. She's bringing guns and having girls try to strip in the classroom. Wonderful Satania is wonderful. You know? And of course, you know, this girl doesn't want any part of it. I don't know how they got out of the classroom. I think they went looking for props and things of that nature in like a prop closet. And Stania brings out this statue and she's like, I'm going to put your head on it. Or how about this little like ninja guy, you know, this little statue. And she's like, I don't want my head on any of these things. Fine, I'll strip. And then Vinay comes in. No. It's just like, what the F is going on? And then, of course, rounding everything out as if, you know, like perfect time of year or not. Is it, you know, reference to Halloween? Well, hell, it's close to Valentine's Day, and there is that meme photo I just shared on Facebook that said, wouldn't Valentine's Day be better as a second Halloween? Hell yes. Gabrielle is apparently unimpressed. When everyone else is costumed up, Vinay has actually taken to making costumes for all of them. Raphael and Satania, you know, Satania looks like a vampire kind of, and I forget what Raphael was wearing, and like, you know, Vinay has like a witch outfit. You know, she's made a costume for Gabrielle. Gabrielle completely misses the mark on what the hell Halloween even is. And that was the like third biggest laugh I got in the episode when they're at her door and they're all trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat and all that kind of stuff. And she just stands there staring, completely caught off guard and dumbstruck. You see her walk into her apartment, and then she doesn't even throw it all the way out the door. You just see this little bag of beans, special beans, land on the floor like 2 feet away from the edge of the door. And I again paused the episode because I don't know why I found it this hysterical, but I just lost my shit laughing. Pardon language. I just started cracking up, and like my eyes were getting all teary-eyed from laughing so hard. And then, of course, you know, they get this grand idea. Once they finally twist Gabrielle's arm, literally, you know, you have Vinay pinning her on the floor because she doesn't want to get into a costume. She figures, I'll just wear my angelic look, you know, that'll be my costume. Vinay pins her on the floor and gets Raphael to help her and everything. And then they go, per Satania's suggestion, oh, we're going to go to somebody's house that we all know and everything, and it happens to be the teacher. They expect to have completely caught him off guard. I don't know if this is even supposed to be October in the anime. I don't even know if it's supposed to be Halloween, if they even celebrate it the same way we do, you know, everything like that. And they figure, well, it's perfect, as Satania does anyway, this devilish, evil plan that she's concocted. They'll catch him off guard, and then she has to be able to prank him as a result. You know, like she'll paint up his face with the marker and everything like that. And it's insane to me. This guy, he leaves. I'm expecting a bag of beans to come flying out. Just like with Gabrielle. Only this time he comes out and he's got a full bag. He's got a full like treat bag and everything. Satania will not be undone. She's like, no, you're not buying me off with this crap. You should have something like a snack more befitting of what I like. My personal, and before she can even say tastes, here comes the melon bun. You know, the very rare limited edition melon bun that she loves and has not been able to keep one hand on, one solitary grasp on, because Raphael has that dog always coming and stealing them. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, grab it, because there's a dog coming. As soon as she goes to, that effing dog comes streaming through and runs off with the melon bun. And again, I was dying laughing. This episode, it's the hardest I've laughed in a while, you know, probably since the last episode. Every single episode is pretty hilarious, but I think this is the one by far I laughed the most and the hardest and the longest watching for some reason. A perfect highlight to a Monday, to the start of the work week and everything like that. Watching this show, it was just all kinds of hilarious. And yeah, a hell of an episode. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. If you got as many laughs as I did out of it with this particular episode, the madcap nature of everything. Satania is best girl in this particular show. No holds barred. I've heard people saying that before, and I was kind of reserving judgment. I really didn't know who I liked more as far as favorite characters. I was leaning toward Venus a little bit, but Satania hands down. She's the best character in the show. She's unfortunately the butt of all their jokes usually, but it makes it that much more entertaining, you know, like it's just hilarious to me. The crap she goes through, the things she thinks she's going to do and accomplish, and how miserably it fails. We've all been there. We've all had these grand designs and grand ideas and had it blow up in our faces. I don't think we've ever really bought a 44 Magnum and decided to wave it around at a classmate, but, you know, that's Satania. That's the hellish devil girl, demon girl for you, rising to the penultimate power of hell itself. And so yeah, otherwise that'll be pretty much for me on this. Hope this video finds you well. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.